Hello and welcome back to my happy place. So last time I whacked the heavy mole over in level 5 yogurt yard, and now we have 5 pieces of the star rod. So look at this, we have 64% completion right now. I told you it was gonna jump up as we get more secrets. And these later levels, these later worlds, are chock full of more secrets. In fact, World 6 here is going to include what I'm pretty sure is the very last secret that I found in the game. And it took me a while. I seem to recall it took me about a week to a week and a half. And I'll let you know when I get there, because it's a tricky one. So Orange Ocean, very pleasant. We're returning back to underwater environments. So we get to use our water gun and swim around. And there's, obviously, it's very orange. If I recall, the lore for this area is that it's like perpetually sunset. Hey, it's our buddy the rolling turtle. But now we're fighting in shallow water, which means our maneuverability is... Oh, this is gonna hurt. So our maneuverability is a little bit stymied. Whereas, oh yeah. So yeah, you can't spit stars underwater. They just sink. So this is gonna be a little difficult. No. In fact, I'm not even sure I'm not even entirely sure I can do this without an ability. Ooh, this is way too tough. Oh, but I kind of want to face the challenge. Even if I... Hey, I actually got a hit. Not quite what I was wanting, but... Not quite in the way I wanted to have that happen. Alright, that's 2, and I just need 1 more. Give me another turtle, baby. Give me another turtle friend. Come on. No! Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have this. It's just going to be way more difficult than I anticipated. No, no, no! The developers really knew what they were doing here. It seems like it shouldn't be this hard. All it is just one tile of... Oh, nope. It's just one tile of water, but it is really messing up our ability to take on this mini-boss. Wow, I didn't even inhale that time. Oh, this seemed like it was going to be a sure thing, but a long thing. Now I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, and there's a turtle. Yeah, I'm just going to camp out over here. Or maybe not. I need some distance so I can actually get the inhale. Okay. Now give me another turtle friend. And there we go. Okay, now I have to be careful not to hit it with the water gun and actually... Alright, we got throw. Let's do this. Now, granted, I can't exactly use throw underwater anyway, so let's try not to get hit. Okay, have to be very careful. 1 hit, and we're gonna lose the ability and can't get it back. And we fought really hard for this. Oh, and they put a Cordo right there. Okay. No, 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 come on, go. Okay. Yep, see, right here. This could only be thrown through. Not entirely sure that was worth all that trouble, but... We still have throw, though, which is a very fun ability. It's kind of a rare ability. You don't get to see it too often. So we throw fireball guys. No! That could have ended very poorly for me. And yet I keep doing that same technique. What's in here? That's unusual. There's a door down there, as if there's a way to get down there. Maxim Tomato's nice, though. Now, even though some of the secrets in this game can be very tricky, they're not going to be, you know, Castlevania 2 style, you know, totally, what's what I'm looking for? Esoteric. Which means... there's probably something... No. It's going to be something way more visible. Like, maybe I'll pop back in that room at some point. Oh. Okay, I thought I could throw straight up, but apparently you can't. So, if it's not... This is... Where would it be, then? Because you can't... Oh! Okay, I think these are technically ice cube blocks. Or maybe not? Maybe I... Yeah, okay, that's not gonna work either. I may actually need Fireball. Let's see. No, because see, Fireball's not gonna work because I can't actually hit downwards. So I suppose I need something else in this level, probably? Yeah, that's not exactly... Oh, wait. Maybe... I seriously doubt it's Spark, but... This is something I do not remember at all. Like I mentioned before, as we close in on the end of the... Okay, I didn't think so. As I close in on the end of the game, my memories get a little fuzzy. What kind of a block is that? Okay, let's do some testing here. Let's see what kind of an impact that block needs. So I'm gonna come out here, I'm gonna get that, and then I'm going to hit this. Okay, so Fireball does work. So it is one of those heavy impact things. So it's not gonna be something like a spark or a sword. I'm probably gonna need something more like hammer or stone. Now speedrunners can do that fireball tech way faster. I think they just don't even miss. They just kind of go straight ahead. They lose very little altitude when they do it. But yeah, look how pretty this is. It's like the ocean at dusk. There's little birdies and fishies. Just super pleasant, of course. But that's always what Kirby's about, is being pleasant. What are you doing on land? Get in my belly. Yum. Birdies. And you know, it's fascinating because those birds, they might as... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, that wasn't my proudest moment. I saw the sword and I got super happy. I was like, yay, sword! And I took that sword with me to the depths of Orange Ocean. Lots of superstar opportunities here. It's really neat. Anyways, I was saying, yeah, it's kind of strange that, like, these birds are weird, because, like... Ooh, no. Yeah, you're actually pretty heavy when you fall in the water with something inhaled. You know, and now I think about it, I have to wonder if the way these enemies are, like, the way these platforms and enemies are set up, like, I think by this point the developers might have realized that jumping and inhaling is a very powerful tactic, and so here they're kind of punishing you for abusing that. So there is still a secret, and it's probably, and it's gonna be right there. It's either, yeah, so there's still a secret here, and it's probably gonna open up above us. So I have a sword, but I don't think that's gonna be powerful enough. So I'm going to come back over here. And you might have noticed that our mini-games get refreshed whenever the game is exited altogether. So I could do those again, but no, I'd much rather just get this for now and do those as they come. Look at that. I love doing that. Sword is just such an awesome ability. Because, like, again, like in this game, where there weren't a lot of maneuvers you could do with your... I missed that time. Where it didn't have a lot of attacks you could do with each ability, just doing this. Just having that already puts Sword ahead of so many other abilities. So here we go. Another clash. So awesome. And then we go into finish. No! Alright, and the crowd goes wild! Alright, now let's get the hammer, which... You know, it does a little bit more than the sword. It unlocks our secrets and all, but it's still slow. You might have seen me get hit a couple of times while using the hammer because I underestimate how slow it really is in the air. And you're like with the sword, it's almost instantaneous when you do your jumping attack. Whereas this, the hurt box for the hammer is just the hammer, and so you'll notice. Like, at the speed that moves at, I'm vulnerable at so many different angles as I attack. Alright, so now we get the challenge of going through this area and trying to keep the hammer all the way to the end. Which means, for one, we're going to ignore Rolling Turtle, because he didn't do anything for us but give us that one-up earlier. Which then I promptly lost by getting greedy with trying to get sword. Alright, let's... No, go away, Gordo. Okay, so... And you know, and hammer works just as well anyway. So I guess that technically means that throw could break those blocks, but because the actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if the star from throw goes through terrain or not. Oh no. Oh no. It's gonna be another one of these, huh? Okay. Well, I will see you back at the level. I'm just gonna do this. Number 2, be true. Let's do this. I'm gonna take this very slowly this time. I'm gonna be very careful. So unlike the Mario games, you can't swim faster by mashing A. So whether you use the control pad to swim or tap A, you're going to be going at the same rate. Alright, this little frog guy needs to go away. And this little, I think they're called blippers? The little fish guys with the mask. Oh no, 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 it's a slowly moving shell, but I'm stuck slowly moving too, so it's hard. Okay, Gordo, gotta time this. And we go through. Alright, so that's technically the hardest part of this, I think. Which, you know, it's funny, because watch the, oh, I can't jump. There we go. So watch this section with the fireballs be the thing that keeps giving me problems after I said that. Fireball, go away. Okay. No, okay, okay. One more of these, and there should be a... There we go, thank you. Thank you, Sparky. Oh, no, no, no! In the door, in the door. Okay. And we're fine, we're safe. And, yep, just what I thought. It was a hard block. I just don't recognize that tile. So there's our plunger. What am I going to unlock today? It's a museum. Okay. That's fun. So now we can just leave this safe in the knowledge that that has been cleared. Door is white. So what fun things do we have in the museum for us today? We're running out of museums, incidentally, because there's only one more world left, so this is our penultimate museum. Wheel! It's a very unusual choice to give free access to this early in the game. Although I do suppose, well, I mean, any places where this would unlock anything, they're typically going to give it to you. So they telegraph it, so it, yeah, I'm not too keen on Wheel being in the museum, so. So now we're out of the ocean, and just kind of, look at you standing on the waterfall like a super frog. Okay, I'm not entirely sure if I still need this hammer, but if I do, I know where to get them, so. I don't know what it is about that frog just standing on the waterfall, it's so funny to me. It's, cause for one because it's definitely something that shouldn't be like that. Like, what are you standing on? Okay, so. Anyhow, as you might have noticed, the real prize is up here. Hey, I probably need that, but it's too late now. No! These Scarfies, these suddenly surprised Scarfies. Alright. This is sort of familiar. Oh, nope. Okay, we're getting a little bit of slowdown now. There's a lot of sprites on the screen. But we have a crash now, so it's fine. I will go ballistic if I need to. So bobbing and weaving through the clouds. Yeah, this kind of stuff and it's weird because, you know, this is the orange ocean, but now it's clouds again. But yeah, bobbing and weaving through clouds like this, these winding areas, it reminds me of the last one. And what do you know? I needed that stone. Okay. That's fine. We'll just come back to that later. But for now, you know what? I'm gonna challenge my... Oh, well, bye-bye, Starman. I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna get through... take this crash with me to the end. I don't need this handicap. Oh, never mind. Ooh, I didn't know that. You're immune. Okay. That's pretty neat. So look, we got a little section here that's just like tailor-made for Tornado. No! Well, there went that. I didn't realize there was a UFO down here. I was so busy flying around with my tornado. Just gonna whoosh through this. Don't mind us. Whoa, that momentum though. That's the end of the level. Alright, so this time I'm going to run through this level again, and I'm going to get the blocky, or the rocky in that secret room. Oh, there it is. I know that boat. Okay, so firstly, let's just take care of this. A little bit of... Oh, I sucked up one of the stars that thing was shooting. That's pretty cool. Oh, not this time, Scarfy. I remembered. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Get rid of our ability, get stone, and try to keep stone, which is going to be hard with these suddenly surprised Scarfies. And Kaboo. Okay, get Kaboo out of the way, and I'm gonna take this slowly with the air pellets, because those Scarfies are attacking us at just the right angle. And get away from that, because it has a broad range. I feel like if I'd been just 2 tiles closer to that explosion, I would have been caught up in it. Alright, get rid of the Cappy, avoid Kaboo, be careful for that Waddle Doo, and I'm here. Okay. All that's left is just to get smashing. Alrighty, now what am I getting? An arena. I wonder, I'm going to, place your bets now. I want to say that that's Rolling Turtle in there, because each one of these arenas has a mid-boss in it, and that's the... Oh, that is just not fair. Each one of these arenas has a mid-boss in it, and that's the one mid-boss I don't think we've seen yet in the arena. So let's see, is it going to be Rolling Turtle, or maybe it's going to be the Fire Lion? What do you know? It was Fire Lion. Oh no, he's... Oh, that is both adorable and vicious. He was just like, come here, you're my little toy. Oh, there are not... Oh, no. This is a very frisky Fire Lion. And he's so fast and unpredictable. Oh no! I want out. This kitty is too cute and too ferocious. Come on, kitty. Come on. Wait, what are you doing? Right. Just need to do that 2 more times now. Right, just kind of keep a distance from it. No! It's the most adorable mauling ever. Alright, what are you gonna do? You gonna fireball, or you gonna jump? You're gonna pounce? You missed? Okay. One more time now. But just look how much, look at that, just with, no! I keep expecting him to jump at one moment sooner or later, or something. I just keep mistiming that. Like, look how much ground he cut, look at that, just 2 little leaps. Okay, that's what was messing me up, now I got him. So, I kept expecting his pounce to go way further, but his pounce, it hit a set distance every single time. And so that's why I kept charging into it. I was expecting him to charge on my location, but no, he just pounces a set distance ahead. And now here we go. This is level 3 of Orange Ocean, and this has, or it should have, if my memory serves, the very last secret I ever found when I played this game for the first time. It's kind of tricky, but given some of the secrets that I've already found, maybe it'll be a bit more obvious to you than it was to me when I was a kid. Oh, that is so... I gotta say, like, if nothing else, like, it's not, getting hit by random enemies it's never good, but if nothing else, it's really cool seeing all the different damage sprites that Kirby has. And so here we just have Bonkers, he's just hanging out. Like, so Bonkers is a mid-boss, but if you'll notice, I can just totally avoid him. I still have to beat him to get through there. But look how, like, the rest of the level is still scrolling all around us. Unless I miss my guess, like, every other instance of fighting a mid-boss has involved us being locked into a single screen. Even if we scrolled into that screen, the screen would lock into place and just, be stuck there. But here, we're moving all around, and there's just a mid-boss here. It's very interesting, because, like, you would think that the whole point of locking the screen for a mid-boss would be to do, save processing power or something, based on the behaviors necessary for the boss, or the way it moves around so it doesn't break anything, like any number of reasons, really. But here, it's like, you know, no, you can just kind of do whatever. And so you heard that ting, which signals that that's a block that can be broken. And that's a crate. And now we're going to go under here. Because, see, the fact that all of that was scrolling around... Is this it? Or maybe this isn't it yet. But the fact that that was all scrolling around, I think was supposed to signal that. I swear it would have been more obvious a long time ago. Here? No. Here? No. There it is. Or maybe that wasn't it. Go through here. No! So now we're kind of playing all around inside the ship. We're in just this under area, and we're just going through all of these holes and having all this fun stuff happen. Wait a minute. Okay, maybe it's not here. Hold on. So yeah, right behind that bomb block is this hidden door, which isn't even... It's not even that it's not visible at all. Like, you don't really have any clue that there's anything here other than the fact that you hit that bomb block, and now water is in here. And so I guess thematically, it's supposed to signal you that you just broke a hole in the boat. And so now you go out through the hole. So is this the secret? Because I swear this was... Yes, it is. So yeah, this is it. This is the secret. And so if you're going through the level normally... Okay... You need laser for this, I believe, because you can't blow fire underwater. Yeah, okay. So yeah, if you were going through this level normally, you would come up through here, or maybe this is just an exit. Okay, yeah, so you don't see this part at all in the game, normally. Anyway, that's a cool little thing there. Like, you hit the bomb block, you make the hole, and you're just supposed to kind of... Look how thematically cool this level is. We're just exploring this giant boat. Going through portholes, we're going in and out, and they're all still linked together as the same area. Like, this is all one closed area right here. It's just so cool. Now, it does get a little weird that you're going inside the sail, but really you're just flipping around. We're on the other side of the mast now. And we're just climbing up and climbing up. We're claiming the ship. Out of the way, Waddle Dee. All these Waddle Dees get faster and faster as you go, and there's just a Bronto Burt up in the crow's nest, because of course there would be a Bronto Burt in the crow's nest. Ah, got a broom hatter, and yeah, let's get out of this ship. And off into the sunset of the Orange Ocean. Such a pretty and fun level. It's so good. Which is funny, like, I say that, and yet, I'd forgotten so many different parts of this, like the fact that I needed laser back there, for example. But it's no biggie. So we're on our little deserted island now, and there is our exit. Off the island. I bet you can imagine just how excited I was. Well, simultaneously excited and kind of a little miffed when I discovered that that's where the secret was. Because I had searched everywhere, and I think it had gotten to a point where I had realized that either I had read it somewhere or I noticed on my own, I'm not sure, but I realized the whole door thing, right? That the doors would be differently colored if you had missed something. I think World 2 had laser in it, in the museum. And so... once I realized, okay, the last secret that I need in the game is behind this door, and I played through this level over and over and over again, not realizing where, like, how, you know, I hit this bomb block, and then there's water. Why is there water here? What do you know? My memory's kicking in. And I was just like, where, you know, why is this here? And I want to say it was, so in my memories, I had thought that it was a bit more obvious. I could have sworn there was maybe a hole there, or a door there, or some kind of a visual cue after you hit that bomb block. But apparently your only hint is just that it's pouring water. The boat's taking on water once you hit the bomb block, so you're supposed to assume that there's a hole there. It could be, though, that in Nightmare in Dreamland, the Game Boy Advance remake, maybe there is a visual indicator after you hit that bomb block. If there is one, I'll post it in right here, as I make my way back to it. So now, with Laser in tow, Laser's going to do the one thing This might be the only secret laser's even used for. The one thing that it's good for, which is first of all, for staying in me. Stay in Kirby. Because it's a very weak attack. Like, I can just keep blasting away at Bonkers here, and he's barely even feeling it. Come on, out of the way, dude. Wait a minute, so how- wait, hold on. Hold on. There's a problem here. I need this to even get through here. Huh. So I still do need a... or wait, maybe... Wait a minute. I think the idea... Okay, hold on. I think the idea is that you need to have this guy help you out? No. Okay. There's something I'm forgetting now. Because see, laser would... I'm pretty sure laser would just bounce off of there, but you need the hammer to even get into this room. So that suggests to me that there is a hidden laser somewhere. Wait, did I see a laser earlier? Indeed I did. Go memory, both long-term and short-term. Now we have the equipment that we need. Up through here, get rid of this little fire guy, and off we go. Oh man, I was so happy to find this when I was a kid. And it's just a crane game. It's nothing too special, but it was the very last secret that I had to find. So now we can go ahead and leave. And let's get some one-ups. Let's cool off this this lengthy memory lane trip with some crane fever. Yeah, yeah, cool off with the fever. That's way too far over, or it's not far enough. Hang in there, Kirby. Oh, must be like a velvet plush. Makes it slippery. And now I'm too far out. That's fine. This is just supposed to be a little quick diversion. I don't really need the lives after all. Not even close. It's okay though, because I've already, you know, gotten 2 or the 4 up multiple times, or at least 1 time, so that's cool. So we had Burning Leo up there, and the museum had Wheelie. Yeah, not a really great selection, so we landed on look at this. So let me point this out, because I don't think I was clear enough about it in past episodes. How the overworld plays into the actual levels that you're going to go into. For example, like how at the beginning of Yogurt Yard, you start in the clouds, like you're just still coming down from Grape Garden. You know, other games have done this ever since then, and maybe even before this. But it's like even Mario 3 had already done this, where the location of the tile on the map gave you some hint as to what you'd be encountering, if it was underwater or had partial underwater, underground, what have you. But you know, the overworlds in Kirby's Adventure, they tell a story. You know, we are on an adventure. You know, we land in the Orange Ocean. You know, kind of came out of the Yogurt Yard. We found some dry land, and we were able to spot a ship in the distance, and we boarded the ship, and we plumbed its depths, and, you know, eradicated our foes along the way, and then we took the Warp Star and landed on this island, which is now level 4. So, yeah, it's all a story. It's all one rich tapestry. Okay, I think I vaguely recall this level now. Like, there is a secret here, I'm sure. But I don't know if it's high or low. Probably gonna have to hit both sides eventually. In fact, let me just go right back up here and... Whoa! That probably wasn't supposed to happen. I don't think. Ah, surprise Kaboo! The enemy is in this game. Like, oh, ball. Probably gonna want that. I'm not sure for what, but... Okay. So... slide here. Oh, so much slowdown because we've got so many We got Broom Hatters, we have me doing ball, we have Cappy. Bye-bye 1-up. So that was supposed to, that's a trick. That's a trick. You have to come down here probably if you have to 1-up. I guess there would be an ability here, like I guess you would use Spark, would take you down there. Okay, I kind of underestimate the fact that the Broom Hatters, the dust they sweep would count towards the sprite limit, which is probably why everything's going so slow, because there's so many Broom Hatters. Oh, look at all of these 1-ups down here. It's just a bonanza. Like, coming near the end of the game, they're just filling you up, because things might get a little tough. But I will say that... Oh, no! Oh! Ooh, you... Your sword is mine. So I do gotta say, like, even though this game can be tough and the enemies can be very unpredictable with what they do. So yeah, here you would come up from underneath, I guess, to get the 1-up, or it's going to just fall on me, it's gonna respawn, maybe? Yeah, there we go. That's how you do it. I knew that all along. No, I didn't. Anyway, more underwater Gordos. No! Underwater Gordo. Besides being maybe an okay band name, is a very dangerous threat. Anyway, get me a sword again, along with some soda. Sword soda. Get some Cappy. Now see? Okay. Even though there's like 2 tiles between me and that, or a tile or 2, I don't know, that crash would have hit me right here. It might not seem like it would, but it would have. Let's go through here, find a trapped Bronto bird. We realize that we kind of got walked into a trap there. Wow! Look at that! It still hit me way over there. It is deceptively large. Because, you know, obviously they can't make the crash do the same thing that Kirby does. Because you know, that just would be mean, right? So instead, they... Oh, I'm gonna take me a parasol. Always listen to the game, kids. Listen to what the game is telling you. The game right now is telling me, you need a parasol. Okay, the game told me I need a parasol, but I need to just be good. No. Just go. Ouch. Say coconuts hurt so much. No. And now there's birds. Anyhow, as I've been trying to say, as difficult as this game can be with its unpredictable enemies and... Oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna take that chance. Out of here. With all of its unpredictable enemies, Kirby, without any abilities whatsoever, is still pretty strong. Between your air pellets and your slide and your drop. Hey, what did I miss? I knew there was something here, but I can't even begin to imagine where it was at. So let's go high this time. Even without any abilities, Kirby is still, you know, he's more than capable, especially when they give you like the little, basically a little bonus for... Oh no, that's way too dangerous. When they basically get... Oh, ouchie. They basically give you a bonus when fighting mid-bosses by making the star shot, take off so much health from bosses. Crazy Caboose. Pretty sure I don't need ball. I don't think ball counts as one of the heavy impact attacks. Okay, let's try this again. So we have the Broom Hatters. And there's this whole area, this closed off area that had the soda. Which is gone now. I never realized those don't respawn with level re-entry. We have this here, but I can't just break into this. I would need Spark, I think, to get through there. Either Spark or Freeze would go far enough. Could it be somewhere in here? It might even just be in that... There might be a door behind that bomb block. Because I didn't really see any other special passages at all. Again. Hit me again. Let's see. 1-ups or kibble. Underwater Gyardo. Nothingness. Ouch. Where could that area be? I'm getting sloppy because I'm just trying to get through here. I have tons of... Oh, you know what? I bet it's right there. Good golly. Everything is hurting me. It's probably right here. Yep. Don't even ask me how I managed to find that before the secret in the pirate ship. Because, like I said, like, other than that whole, putting together the whole water thing, like, yeah, just seeing that isolated tile, I guess, was more suspicious to me than the ship taking on water with the bomb block. Alright, so I got the secret now. Now I can leave. I didn't even notice what I unlocked. Egg catcher! Can I get the perfect egg catcher game? I don't know if there's another egg catcher in World 7, so let's see what I can do. Hey, it's got 2 stars on it now. I think the minigames have difficulties on them. Alright, let's see. So much for, like, as soon as I hit the button, I knew I shouldn't have hit the button. So yeah, I don't think I actually, I mean, you can obviously read the description, but yeah, you need to hold the button down to open your mouth. Your default state is defending yourself. Look at this. Oh, man. There isn't a dedicated ice world in this game, so it was pretty cool that, while you're exploring the Orange Ocean... Man, I never noticed how far Chili's freeze can go before. So, like, it's pretty neat that while you're exploring the Orange Ocean, like, you're basically at, I guess you're at, like, Pop Star's North or South Pole or something. But it immediately gives way to a warmer environment. Presumably. Like, the little cute music is still playing, though. Is there anything in this far corner? Because there's a bunch of laser dudes that apparently can teleport. I didn't know that. Pop Brothers, Junior... No crash. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is one angry laser man. Alright, get that. Get you out of the way. Okay, no, it's just one tall climb, which you can entirely offset by doing that, by just flying. Even though I say... Oh, this might not... Oh, wait, never mind. Because we're gonna do this and unleash the flood. And the poor Blade Knights can't swim. But look at this. There's a weird abnormal tile bug over here. It's not a door, though. It's kind of funny. Like, it's the wrong amount of conspicuousness. It's too conspicuous to be anything other than a bug. Whoa, that Waddle Dee was just... That Waddle Dee did not care. He just came right after me. Waddle Doo, on the other hand, he's like, nope. I see you have a sword there, Kirby. Nope. Okay, so there's a... This is where our secret's going to be, obviously. We have this long sequence with the fuse. There's our cannon, so let's just uncover... Ooh, no? Okay. Yeah, I can't use sword to light the fuse anyway. I do need a fire guy, though. And there aren't any fire guys, so I'm going to have to come back to this with fire. Apropos, I suppose, since, this did start out as an ice level. And so it's like, oh, it's an ice level, I need to keep warm. And if you keep warm all the way to the end, you get your prize. So where was the closest fire person? Probably all the way back at number 1, maybe? Or was there a fire person in the, in one of the museums? Oh wow, so you can hold down to dive faster underwater, but it doesn't damage enemies like it does on land. That was like the exact time I didn't want that. Like, that's good, getting the roulette is good, but I did not need it right there. I'm pretty sure oh, that's right, there was a fire guy in the same museum with the laser guy. That's where I saw that. Oh man, this is definitely the episode of memories. Short term, long term, any way you can get them, get those memories. Oh, and that beep is going to haunt me now. All the way through here. Where's the museum? Okay. Let's get our fire. And I will meet you back at the level. Alright, stay away from these frosty guys, or these chilies. I was still quiet there, because I was afraid that— No! Oh no. Alright. I'll see you again soon. Hold on. I just have to go get more fire. And I'm back. That's quite a trip to make. I was saying earlier, I was a little cautious around those chilies because I wasn't sure if their freeze would actually Whoa, what are you doing? Okay. These enemies don't appear that often, those little needle enemies. They're so rare, I wasn't sure if he was going to fly off the edge or not. Why don't I just do what I did before? Okay. Alright, I also was kind of wanting to— I also wanted to make— oh, I didn't notice the Crash could take out their own people. I also wanted to make sure that there wasn't a fire person on the way here, because that would have been really silly. Oh no. Gotta stay away from that blipper. Really don't want to have to go all the way back for more fire. Okay, let's be very careful around here. Sword out of the way. Alright.
Hi, doggy.
Oh, jeez. I didn't even— oh no. There was a guy right there the whole time. I could have just gone back. Oh boy. Man. I don't even know what to say there. Like, I totally did not remember that. You know, things from over 20 years ago, those are easy enough to remember, but apparently I'm not too great at 3 minutes ago. Get back over here. Ooh, that's gonna set the fuse off. I need to go. No, come on, come on, come on, come on. Just barely made it. So that is something that this game did have different from some of the other Kirby games. So when you get an ability in other Kirby games, you know, you do your little pose and it's super cute, and you get your hat and it's really awesome. But they don't activate. You know, you just like, you get your confirmation that you got an ability and that's it. Whereas here, you know, I guess because it's still a new concept, they demonstrate what the ability does when you get it. But when it does that, it actually is active and it will defeat enemies, and as you saw, it even lit the fuse. Alright. Time to draw. And I'm not talking about the game's title screen. Woo, that's way too slow. Okay, gotta pick this up. Try to hit it when I hear it and not when I stop hearing it. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, I had my eyes closed that time and I still didn't do any better. Oh, poor Kirby. I'm never gonna get to beat DDD. Yeah, or it could just be the setup I have is introducing a lot of lag. I need to go— you know what, I think I'm gonna go and play this a little later off screen and see if I can do this with a different setup. Because I'm kind of curious now if I'm just really bad at it or if it's this setup. While I was— oh, look how pretty this is! It's the Northern Lights! Oh. Oop, ouch, that very ugly waddle-doo disrupted my stargazing. Oh no! It's just everything is conspiring. Out of the way. Oop. Let's go under here, because I'm pretty sure there was something over here. Oh no, I still needed my fire from earlier. Oh, well, I have to beat the level now. You can't exit the stage until you've beaten it at least once, so... Ooh, I'm surprised that didn't hit me. Yay! Alright, I think I can just bust through this with the superstar. Alright, just out of my way. Incidentally, yeah. Incidentally, this music typically, now that I think about it, this music does tend to signal, like, you know, more celestial, lighthearted, like there's the music itself, like the way it's themed, like it's a tinkling theme, right? So that can either be like ice or twilight. And in this game, when you hear it, that should be your cue. You're probably gonna see a UFO. Because it's just this celestial, very pleasant thing. Now we're having just straight up UFO combat in space. Eat your heart out, Mario Land 2. No! My UFO! Oh, no, you don't. No! No! Oh, no! Everything I know is wrong, and everything I love is turned against me. Okay. Maybe there's one more. Maybe there's one more. Yeah. Come here. Get my belly. Alright. I just love UFOs so much, but this game does a very good job of letting you live through the power fantasy of what UFO can do with you, but also being just uncommon enough to make you excited every time. Is there something here? No. Okay. So it's a good thing I already got the secret, because otherwise this would be a little taxing. I have no idea which door to go down. Ooh, okay. I think they're just both... Whoa, whoa! Okay, as strong as UFO is, surrounding it is not good. There we go. Okay. Hyper UFO time! Yes! Alright, look at this! You cannot stop this. I am invincible, I'm a UFO, I am Kirby. Too good. I don't even need that one up. It's just too good. And I guess that's the lower path down there. Meta Knight. What do you want? Oh, weird. The Meta Knight theme didn't play. Or the mini-boss theme didn't play. Be a little tricky here. Because I remember the last time I had a UFO against the Meta Knights. I didn't do so hot. So this time I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. Or tried to be, anyway. Because they typically only spawn off the sides of the screen, so as long as you don't camp around there, you should be fine. Oh. Well, just prove me wrong, then. Ooh, you're a toughie. It's almost as if I can hear Masahiro Sakurai from all those years ago just saying, like, oh, you think you're safe in the middle? Yay, and we end in the clouds. That's so good. Alright, I'm gonna need one quick moment here to adjust my setup. Okay. So, what do you think we're going to do now? So we're at the end of Orange Ocean, finally, and I told you at the end of the last episode that even if I didn't remember too much about this world, I do remember that it ends wonderfully, and this isn't what I was talking about. This was super fun, we got to play with UFO, and we had the fun twinkling music, but this right here is probably either the coolest or the second coolest thing in this game. And if you've played it before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, check this out. Get it! One-on-one with Meta Knight. Swordsman to swordsman. Kirby to whatever you are. Look at that. I struck a blow so strong the world shook. He's so fast and so skilled with that blade. Look at him do his somersaults, but I can do that too. Oh no! Oh, oh! It's like he's anticipating my every move, and he blocks too. Alright, this is actually really hard. Look how low my life is compared to his already. Ooh, this might take a while. So this right here, that kicked off a whole tradition of Meta Knight fights, of getting the sword and having at you in true knightly combat. And this right here, it's this whole moment, Sealed Meta Knight is one of the coolest things to ever come out of Kirby, and Sealed Sword as being probably one of my favorite abilities, or the favorite ability of mine in the franchise. Although Doctor is a pretty close second. It's really cute. So, Meta Knight, if you'll notice, oh jeez, he doesn't just, he's still random, but he does kind of try to read you and keep a distance, and he's looking for openings the same way you're looking for openings. If you just attack him willy-nilly, he'll block your attacks. Or maybe not. I seem to recall him blocking attacks in this version. Maybe he doesn't. And got it. And the mask comes off. That is also a staple for the Kirby series. That Meta Knight appears to be just like Kirby. And now we head to the Rainbow Resort. Look at his bad singing. So we're back to the pleasant music and the Aurora Borealis at this time of day, in this game, in this location. And yeah, this is the last world we're going to be going to. The game is going to be over after this, but it's not quite over yet. This will be a two-parter tackling Rainbow Resort, because first I'm going to go through these levels, and then second I will engage in the finale, because this game has quite an end to it. It's not as simple as just getting the 7th piece of the Star Rod as you might imagine. So, next time, Rainbow Resort. And after that, the end. See you soon.
てはやってくる